Kairat Almighty. I guess probably that means Almighty. 0. Real Madrid 5. High 5, man. Now, when we want to talk about this game, at the start of this game, it was a really good start to the game for Kairat. I really think they started the game on the right foot, on the best foot. Uh, but when the game really started to heat up and the players start to heat up, you really start to see who was really a detriment to the team and who really helped the team. Now, if you actually looked at that game, you would know that number 55 on Kairat, Gromkoyo, trash, horrible, garbage. He was playing against the team. He was generally playing against the team. And I don't know why they had so much trust in him. Every time I saw Sapayev on the ball, he was making a good action. He was either taking the ball into a very dangerous position and trying to score, trying to make some other attack. And I guess maybe he was too fast for his teammates because his teammates they wouldn't push up really to help him. What like it was only really number 7 Jorginho that would really push up with him. And it's funny because I'm here looking at the ratings that these players got in the game, and for some reason they have number 55 rated higher than Sapayev. Brother, like whenever my boy got the ball, he was making something happen with the ball. Whenever he got the ball, he would just give it away. You know how much chance, like literally every time he got the ball on offense, Gromiko would just give the ball away. Jorginho, good game, like I said. Arad, I don't have much to say about that. I think the the Kairat midfield was not that bad. It wasn't that bad in my opinion. The keeper, I think the keeper was a huge detriment because that first penalty that went in, he didn't have to let that go. He didn't have to go out. In my opinion, even if Mastantuono got control of the ball, the defenders would have definitely recovered and they would have been able to protect the goal. But he's young, so you understand why he made that mistake. He was probably nervous, yada yada yada. Now, when we look at the Real Madrid side of things, let's start with Courtois. Courtois is literally one of Real Madrid's most important players. He might be top 5 most important players for this team because this team, like when it comes to defensively, when I say this team is very shaky. And this guy does a lot of the heavy lifting, it's facts. When it comes to their fullbacks, Madrid, you have to secure some proper fullbacks and another center back that could actually partner with Dean because he had a really good game. You can see by the rating. I think this rating is very accurate. He had a really good game. Was all over the place. Of course, he's not gonna have a perfect game, but he was very close to having a really, really good game. Tchouaméni, same thing. Good game, great game. Ceballos, he did not have a better game than Tchouaméni. In fact, I definitely think that penalty, you could have gotten that, like that penalty. That, what's the funny thing about that Madrid penalty is that if it was the other way around, that would have definitely been a penalty for Madrid. Without a doubt in my mind. If it was Mbappé who did that cutback and then stuck his foot out or kept his foot there to get fouled by the defender, without a doubt, and it wouldn't even been any VAR. The Kairat team would. I'm not even sure if they would be able to get a VAR, but we know that Madrid, as the most successful team in the Champions League, they're gonna get calls going their way. Like, there's literally a saying called VAR-Drid for a reason, right? So, I'm not gonna hurt my head too much about that. Mastantuono, overrated, man. I'm gonna be honest. Mastantuono does not move me at all. I think Rodrigo is better on the right than Mastantuono, and he's better on the left than Vinny Jr. in my opinion. Now, Vinny, he didn't have a bad game in my opinion. I think if his rating would have definitely got higher if Mbappe finished some chances for him and Vinny was in the right spot, is just There's a lot of times where he would be positioned for the cutback and his teammates just wouldn't pass the ball to him, like a Mastantuono or Arda or even Mbappe at times. So Vinny is probably gonna just have to score some goals on his own to get back into that, get his rhythm back. In my opinion, while Vinny's getting his rhythm back, I think Rodrigo should start. Arda Güler, Arda Güler had a pretty alright game. Nothing too spectacular. What you expect from Arda? He's gonna come in. He's going to control the offense. He's going to make sure the team is ticking. It had a really nice play in the first half where he was just passing the ball, getting it back, just passing and going through the whole Kairat midfield. Gives the ball to Mbappe. Mbappe goes for a bottom right finish. It gets saved. But regardless, in my opinion, Mbappe is supposed to leave this game with like almost 5 goals. Almost 5 goals. He had a really good chance that Vinny set up. That was supposed to be like an assist all day. But he wasn't as locked in for that as he should have been. But that's fine. Mbappe's, regardless of him missing 2 big chances, which he could have scored, he still gets a hat trick. And that just shows you the level that he's at. I generally think that this is the best striker in the world. I think Mbappe is a better striker than Haaland. And the funny thing is, that's not even Mbappe's best position. That's how clear he is as the best player in the world. And all Mbappe really needs to win a Ballon d'Or is just either a Champions League winning season. Yeah, I think it's going to be a Champions League winning season and winning the La Liga. I think those are the bare minimum you need to get a Ballon d'Or at Real Madrid, because he's going to get you the goals, he's going to get you the assists, he's going to get you the moments of magic that just get you out of your feet. And another reason I wanted to watch this match is because my boy's playing today, man. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely was happy to see that. Brahim Diaz, beautiful finish. Gonzalo Garcia. I definitely think that Real Madrid should experiment with putting Mbappe on the left, Rodrigo down the middle, because Rodrigo can play the 10, and Gonzalo Garcia up top. That's a experiment I wouldn't be against. But Barcelona fans, you tell me what you think. Now, when it comes to Jude just came back from injury. I'm not gonna be too harsh on Jude. Eduardo Camavinga, impact straight off the bench. He still got it, baby. Yeah, he definitely still got it, and that's what you expect from a player of his caliber. Eduardo Camavinga is not no joke of a player. This is a serious baller, a serious threat. And I remember when he was at his peak, bro. Like, that's the funny thing about football. When Eduardo Camavinga was at his peak, the Glaze was unstoppable. He literally could have played any position. Left back at a high level. Center mid at a high level. DM at a high level. Even sometimes he would play like Cam, and he would be like a really good box crasher, like what he did today, at a pretty high level, Champions League winning level. So to see him fall off a little bit in his play, don't think that this is not a player that could go to another elite team and look like the best player in the midfield. If he was to go to Man United, because they need like a proper DM right now that could hold up the play and that could control the attack. Camavinga could go to Madrid, could go to Man United and do a job. Camavinga could go to, where else? Tottenham, do a job. He could go to City, do a job. Like, let's not sleep on Camavinga, man. This is a baller we have here, man. But all in all, I think this was a game that reminds us that even though Madrid could not be playing at their best because they weren't even at their best today, they can still dominate, man. They can still dominate teams that they're significantly better than. And I'm looking forward to seeing them play some real tough competition in the champs. Because they've been playing some easy competition, right? And the first time they played some tough stern competition, they got trashed. They got bent over and disciplined. So we're gonna see what happens, man. But for all of the Madrid fans, tell me what you think. For all the beautiful Madrid women, follow me on X. My @ is Jacob Jordan. Subscribe to the channel. Like the channel. I'm out. Peace.